Sure.
I am. I didn't do it yesterday.
I know.
Already.
You
Okay,
are so good.
she
You do
is.
it every day?
No, I do something every day. Something.
Like,
Like at night, I do yoga stretches before I go to bed, just that, like for like 15 minutes, those ones.
Little stretch, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't sleep without it now.
That's good. All right, any special requests today? You want everything. How are you, Kathy? Anything special today?
Nothing special.
Okay. You guys, anything special?
easy.
Easy. All right, well, let's start lying down. Let's
Oh, that's
start-
easy.
Let's start lying down on your back. Let's do the nap.
Yeah.
And bring your feet flat to the floor
Ah.
and let your knees knock together. And just notice the sensation of the floor supporting you. And then when you're here, if you'd like, you can separate the knees if they're not together and just start to do some little pelvic rocks or tilts or side to side. Just any movement around that sacrum and low back area that feels interesting to you. A little movement. It can be windshield wiping the knees side to side or rocking the pelvis front to back. Take a few more moments here. Come back to neutral and then bring your hands to the tops of your thighs and you'll just press the thigh bones away from you and release. So you get some tractioning through the lumbar spine area. And do that a couple times. Press the thighs away from you and release. And press the thighs away from you and release. 2 more times. Just press. Lengthening of that low back and release. 1 more time, just that little gentle press. And release. And then draw the right knee up into your chest and interlace your hands behind the right hamstring. And just rotate the right foot in some circles. And circle the other direction. And then point the toes, the lengthening the top of the foot, flex the foot, and then straighten the leg. So bring your heel towards the ceiling, and then bend the knee, point the toes, and then flex the foot and straighten the leg. And 1 more time, bend the knee, point the toes, flex the foot, straighten the leg, and then you can straighten the left leg out along the ground if you want. You don't have to. And the hands might slide up the back of the right leg to the calf or the foot. Move a little bit here if you like, little movement side to side sometimes gives you more access. And then you'll bend the knee, give it a squeeze into your chest. Hold the knee in the right hand, take it carefully out to the right side. Just a nice easy open through the inner thigh. And then back to center and set the right foot down to the ground. And then you'll draw the left knee in, interlace your hands behind the hamstring, and just rotate that foot in some circles. And take some deep breaths and circle the other direction. Good, and then point the toes, flex the foot, straighten the leg. Bend the knee, point the toes, flex the foot, straighten the leg. Yeah, good. Last one. Bend the knee, point the toe, flex the foot, straighten the leg, maybe straighten the right leg out long on the ground, maybe slide your hands up the left leg if you want a little more intensity. You can move slightly side to side here. You're also welcome to rotate the foot, just whatever movement feels good in your body. You need some rotation for the ankle joint or movement for the hip joint. Check in, are you breathing? Are you holding your breath? Try to breathe. And then bend the knee, give it a squeeze, hold the left knee in the left hand and open it to the left, just opening up that inner thigh, inner part of the hip. And then bring it back to center and set the left foot flat. Now cross the right ankle over the left thigh and use your right hand to gently press the thigh bones away from you again, both thigh bones away from you. And then release that and pick the left foot up for a reclined pigeon. We won't be here very long. Draw it in. You can rotate your ankles while you're here again, bringing again some awareness and blood flow to that lower joint. A little movement side to side. Oh, quad cramp. What happens? Okay, let it go. Bring the legs, feet to the ground, uncross the ankle. You can pause there, maybe rock a little side to side or tilt the pelvis. Then we'll try that other side. So feet flat, left ankle to right thigh. Press the thighs away from you first. Get some traction through that lower spine area. And then you can stay like that or release it and pick the right foot up and gently bringing the legs in towards you. Yeah, maybe rotating ankles or rocking a little bit. Just a couple breaths into that left hip. Good, and then release that, set both feet back flat to the floor, feet a little bit wider than hip width, and just windshield wipe the knees side to side. You can do whatever you want with the arms. You can go overhead or stay down on the floor or on your rib cage even. And then come back to center, feet flat, and we're gonna take a low bridge here. So your arms will come to the ground and you'll scoop the tailbone up and lift the pelvis up, but don't let the rib cage leave the ground. So you wanna check in with the back side of the ribs. See if you can locate the lowest back side of the ribs and pull them to the ground as you're lifting the hips up. So it's really about the upper abs. So it's a core exercise and diaphragm exercise. So not allowing the belly to lift as you breathe. So it's just this low bridge. It's called a glute bridge. It's low. You feel that? Okay, good. Keep pulling the rib cage towards the ground. The back side of the ribs, the front side of the ribs, just like you're sealing the ribs to the ground. You keep breathing, but the breath has to go sideways, not forwards. Okay, lower down slowly and let your everything relax. Lower body, abdominals, ribs, shoulders, face. And then we'll do that again. So that low bridge, so pull the ribs down, scoop the tailbone up and lift the pelvis, but keep the rib cage on the mat. Pulling the rib cage to the mat. We'll hold it for 5 breaths. 4, 3, should really be feeling those upper abdominal muscles. 2, good, and 1, and then lower it down. Nice deep breath. 3 is better than 2. Let's do 1 more time. Feet down, curl the tailbone up, lift the pelvis, but keep pulling the rib cage to the mat, drawing the front floating ribs together and down. Really hold the bottom of the back ribs to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This is a functional exercise. Lower slowly, let everything relax. Take a nice deep breath. And then from here, you'll just draw your knees up into the chest. Give a gentle squeeze of the knees up to the chest, maybe a little rock side to side across the lower back. Good. And then take your arms overhead. You'll roll to your right side. So just roll over and then use your left hand to press yourself up to sitting, coming up to a comfortable seat. Hair got all squished and weird. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay, good.
Feels good to move.
I know. Okay, good. So then finding a seat, however you can, and reach up. And then lengthen and come forward. Just see where you can go. If you need to straighten a leg, you can straighten a leg, or Mom still has her down jacket on. She's cold. Good. And then use your hands to walk yourself up. Switch the cross of your legs. Reach up and lengthen forward. Breathe into the upper back, mid back, low back, and hips. Good, and then come back up. You know, take your legs out to a wide knee.
Oh, sure.
Good, and then this can be like with your arms, you're gonna imagine you're like stirring a big pot and moving around. Yeah. You can go as far forward as feels okay on your legs, and as far back as your core allows. Reaching out over one leg, middle, and the other leg back. With pressing down into the backs of the thighs. Nice, Kathy. Feeling into the pelvis, the legs, the hips. Do one more in this direction. Big circle. And we have the other direction. How's it feel?
I'm just trying to figure out what's the other direction.
Go out first over the other leg.
Using my thoughts.
Good. The legs might start to fatigue, or you might start to feel like they open. And if it's not working with the shoulders, it's okay to have your hands somewhere else. 2 more big circles. Good. And then come on up, and you'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. You can hold on to the ankles. It's fine to draw them in close for this one. You can up a little bit.
I'm gonna knee on my butt.
And sit up nice and tall. And you can lean forward. Your elbows can gently press the inner thighs down and lengthen the spine forward. Going into the inner groin, your thighs. And then come on up and you'll straighten the legs. And then sitting up tall, hands down, we're gonna do a little quad work. So hug muscle to bone in the thighs. And then we'll start with the right. I'm not mirroring you. So you guys do your right, I'm gonna do my right. You're gonna lift it up and down. And it can come all the way down or it can hover. Just do little lifts.
Oh, it shakes.
I know, it's quads, it's intense. And even if you're just holding and not lifting, that's fine too. Just hold and squeeze. Yeah.
I can't put my hands back here.
Yeah, it's okay to use your support of your hands. Good. Okay, good. Set it down. We'll try the other leg. So the foot could be pointed or flexed or somewhere in between. Hug muscle to bone in that left leg, little lifts. We're trying to stay strong through the core. It's fine if you're using your hands, but trying not to lean back too much. That's
Back
5.
harder if you're
4.
not leaning back.
I know, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down, shake it out, roll it out. Okay, I'm gonna try the right leg again.
Oh.
So this one though, it's gonna be a little up and over, a little like upside down U shaped. So up and over, up and back, like a little rainbow. You can let it rest or you can not. You can try to stay in that working zone. I know quads, it's shocking, right?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, bring it down, let it pause, try the other leg. Engage, you're gonna hug the muscle to the bone and then a little lift. Yeah, good.
It's easier with this leg than that.
Interesting. Good to know. Good job, Dad. Lean back, sit up tall. Try to squeeze that muscle. All right, bring it to center, shake it out. You can walk your sitting bones back a little bit or scoot the flesh out of the way and come forward. If you can find that engagement of the quadriceps again here, kind of hugging the muscle to the bone. Oh, quads, crampy quads. Okay, come on up and then bend the knees. And here, this is another one, it's core and quadriceps and hip flexors. So bend the knees, you'll hold on to the thighs, start to rock back a little so you feel the core body engaged. And then let's pick the feet up. Let's try picking the feet up. And then I want you to see if you can bring your thighs to your chest. So pull it in. So it's really deep, hip flexors, core muscles. And then squeeze the feet together. Try pressing the inner edges of the feet together. Good, good, good. Breathe. Pull the shoulders back. For 5, 4, if you can, lift the feet higher, squeeze the feet. Press the feet together. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then you'll come forward onto hands and knees. Done with those. Good job. Should have some heat happening right now in your core. All right, now you get to stretch that out through cow and cat. Feel okay? So dropping the belly, stretching the front of the body, and then arching the back, stretching the back of the body. And then come to neutral and you'll go to the side. So look to the right and squeeze the right shoulder to the hip. And then look the other way and squeeze left shoulder to left hip, squeezing the side of the body. And do that again, side to side, right side. And try to stretch the left side and then squeeze the left side and stretch or fan the right side. Good, and then come to center, and then we're going to combine those two. So see if you can do a circle with the pelvis, so circling the tailbone. The shoulders will just follow. So try to draw a circle with the pelvis. Little circles. Very good, and then go the other direction, little circles. Like your tailbone and drawing a circle on the wall behind you. Perfect. And then sit back into child's pose. Big toes touch. Press the hips to the heels. Walk the arms out. And then child's pose, you'll walk your hands over to the left. So diagonally to the left, and you can place the left hand on the right if you want a little bit extra. And cross your hands, walk yourself over to the other side. And then the right hand can go on top of the left if you like. You don't have to get a little more stretch on the left side of the body. Uncross the hands, walk it back to the center line. You'll come up onto the tabletop, tuck the toes under, but not downward dog. Walk the hands back to the knees, press to your feet, and come to a forward fold at the back of the mat. So you're just standing and the back good, and you can ragdoll, hold the elbows and sway. Maybe you shake your head, yes and no. And then release the hands to the ground and then bring them to your hips and you'll look forward and come up to stand. Arms up overhead and bring your hands down to the heart. And then arms down and we'll take a walk up your mat. So come on up to the front of the mat. We'll move through some sun salutations to really warm up. You ready? All right. My head's cut off. Sorry, Kathy. Okay. When you're ready, it's like interesting always finding the right spot. Okay, big breath in, reach up and breathe out, fold forward. Inhale to a flat back, halfway lift. And then step back to a high plank or tabletop. You can have your knees down. Bend your elbows and lower. You can go halfway to the floor or all the way. Good, Dad. And then upward dog. Flip your feet, straighten the legs or cobra. And downward facing dog. It's fine to use your knees or head to child's pose. You take a couple breaths in downward dog or child's pose. Pedal it out or move your hips around. And then you'll look forward and walk or hop your feet up towards your hands. Nice. Good job. Halfway lift. Inhale. And exhale, bow forward. Let the head drop completely. Inhale, rise up to stand like a reverse swan dive. Bring your hands to your heart. And then arms down, mountain pose. And we'll do that again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, high plank or kneeling. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, rise up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward dog or child's pose or puppy pose, and take several breaths. Just listening to the sound of your breath, feeling into your body. And take one more full breath here. Empty it out. Look forward. Bring your feet to your hands. Julia, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Bring your hands to your heart and arms down, mountain pose. One more time. Extended mountain reach. Forward fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Step back, high plank. Pause there. Let your breath come in. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale back, downward dog or child's pose. And take several breaths. Good, and then look forward and you'll bring your feet to your hands. You can walk or hop there. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and bow, let the head drop. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain, big breath in. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart. And then arms down, take a few shoulder rolls here. Interlace your hands behind your back, knuckles down. You can let the chin come to the chest. You can move the hands over to the left hip. And then, yep, and squeeze the elbows together. And then you can drop, yeah, right ear to right shoulder, or whichever side feels good. That's the side that feels good to me, but you can go either way. Come back to center, switch to the other hip, squeeze the elbows together, maybe left ear to left shoulder. Back to center, stretch the knuckles down one more time. And then release the arms, shake them out. Good job. And then you'll step your left foot back on your mat and turn your feet parallel. So wide leg stance. We'll move through some warrior poses. So turning the right toes to the right to start. Bring your hands at your hips, shoulders back, and then just bend and straighten the right leg a couple times. I always like to warm up the knee joint before I land in the pose. And also finding the right distance. So every time I bend, I can discover, am I too close or too far? Good. And the next time you bend the knee, we'll just pause there. You can keep the hands at the hips, or you can reach them out parallel to the floor. And if the arms are up, and really pull the shoulder heads back and squeeze the triceps and stretch in these two directions. Breathing. If you'd like to challenge your balance today, you can try closing your eyes.
Oh,
good.
Surprising. It's surprising.
It is.
Challenging. Right?
I better open them.
Isn't it crazy? It's really
Yeah.
strange. Okay, relax the arms. Straighten the legs. Turn the right toes in. Turn the left toes out. Starting with the hands at the hips. Bend and straighten the left leg a few times. Moving in and out. You're ready to stay. You'll just pause and stay. Arms can stay hands at the hips or hands at the heart, or open the arms if you like. The arms are up. Try to have it be coming from the chest and the back. Chest and the back. Good, dad. Breathe. Remembering that breath at the floor that we started with the ribs pulled in. Maybe pull the front ribs in slightly so you get more into your core. If you want to challenge your balance, close your eyes.
See. Like the squint.
See if this leg's different. Okay, straighten the left leg, relax the arms, turn the left toes in, right toes out. Again, this time it's side angle warrior. So bend the right knee, open the arms, and then you'll bring the right forearm down, the left arm up, side angle warrior. If you'd like a little more challenge, yeah, good. Flip the right forearm off the thigh. Good, Julia. A little bit more in the core, the obliques. A little more endurance for those deeper muscles. And then let the left arm pull you up. Turn the right toes in, turn the left toes out. Bend the knee, warrior two. And then tip to the left, extended side angle. You can have forearm on or off the thigh. Right arm of your choice. Doesn't need to be straight up. It can be, doesn't have to be. Check in that you're breathing. Maybe pull those front ribs back. Good, and then let that right arm pull you up. Feet to parallel, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift up into the chest. Exhale, dive forward. Wide leg forward fold. You can let your head just kind of shake it out here. I always like to have a little movement, whether it's bending the knees together or one at a time or moving the hips. and then walk the hands back underneath you, lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, come up to stand. Turn the right toes to face forward, step back up to the front of the mat, or however you want to get there.
I want my core to do it for me.
Yeah, you can step together first. Good job. The little things.
It's
Not
the
so
little
little.
thing.
It's the little things, but not so little. Okay, a few just little shoulder shrugs. Okay, and then we're gonna get into the some balance. So maybe, yeah, lift your toes and spread your toes. So try to press down to the ball of the feet, and then set the toes down and let the heels rise. You can hold on if you need to. And then heels down, toes up. Good, but the balls of the feet stay down if you can. And then toes down and lift the heels. Good, one more time. Heels down, lift and spread the toes, really getting the arches of the feet to lift, right?
Your toes can.
My
do that.
toes, I know, lots of years of yoga. Okay, toes down and heels rise. That's a harder one for me.
It's balance.
Yeah, okay, heels down and just get grounded, feel both feet. Nice. And then you'll shift over to your left foot. So you guys go on the left foot, bring your left hand to your hip, and then we'll lift the right knee and catch it, just like we did at the floor. We did this stretch at the floor, drawing the knee in.
My hard one.
It's the hard one. And one thing to consider here is the leg is lifting from the hip flexors. So we worked those at the very beginning of the practice. Quads, hip flexors, deep core muscles. So remember that feeling, pulling into the core. Good. Now keep all of that engaged, but open the knee out to the right. But standing up really tall, shoulders back, front ribs draw in. Nice, Kathy. Root through the left foot. Good job, Mom. Nice. Come back to center and set the right foot down.
So much work for the,
Standing leg.
yeah.
Lots of work for standing glute, standing leg. Okay, right hand to right hip. Press down through the foot. Maybe lift the arch or the toes, and then the left knee lifts. It's hip flexor, deep core muscles to catch the knee. So you're not, the hand is not doing a lot. It's stabilizing, but really it's the core muscles, and the quadricep muscles doing the work. Good, breathing. And then when you're ready, you'll open it to the left, and you're welcome to reach to the right. If there's a bar there, you can hold it. I'm going to feel the shoulders draw back. Yeah, keep pressing into the standing leg. Pulling in and up through that center of the belly. Bring it back to center and set it down. And then you'll take your left arm and reach it up. And for dancer, you're going to bend the right knee. If you want to hold the bar, you can. Catch the right foot from behind. And squeeze the right knee towards the left. Find the standing leg. And then kick the foot into the hand, sliding the thigh back. Allowing that right shoulder and arm to open a little. The more you kick, and straighten the right elbow. Straighten the right elbow. Yes. Good. Breathe. Nice. And then you'll come up. And we'll switch legs. The right foot down, right arm up, bend the left knee, catch the left foot in the left hand. You can. Draw the knees together. Good job, good job. And then kick and slide it back. Then allow the shoulder to open. Straighten the left elbow. Breathe.
We have all those little things.
They're big things. They're little big things. And then come back to stand, coming into mountain pose, pause. And then tree, it'll be our last standing balance here. So bring your weight back into the left foot. And the right foot comes up somewhere onto the left leg. So it can be foot to calf or big toe at the floor or foot above the knee. So that standing leg is really important. From the glute to the heel, you press down, pull the front ribs in. Finding one spot for your eyes is really helpful. If you'd like to take the arms up, you can straighten the arms and reach for the ceiling. I just find I get a little more connected to my core when my arms are up. Feel the center more. Just the placement of your head, so you can draw it back a little, so jawbone back. That's it. Front ribs draw in, back and down, but don't hold your breath. All right, come on down. And switch legs. So press down into the right foot. This time the left foot will come up to the inner right leg somewhere, or big toe can be on the floor. And it's funny, one thing I've been offering all week is this eyes closed variation. And I've been offering it even here in balance. It's a real challenge. All right, coming back to mountain pose. 2 feet on the floor, arms down. Take a big breath in, reach it up, breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, step it back, high plank to low plank. And drop your knees, maybe lower halfway and hover above the floor. Stay there, press back up to high plank. Let's do a couple of these, called push-ups.
Okay.
So you go low plank, high plank, and elbows can be wide or just hold high plank. Or low and high. Good, Julia. Down and up. Good, Kathy. Using arm strength, tricep strength, core strength. Okay, lower down, maybe halfway or all the way. An upward dog or cobra. Take a breath in and downward dog or child's pose. Breathe out. Good. You can go from down dog or from tabletop. Stretch your right leg up to the sky. Just a nice big breath in. And then step it forward or help your right foot to the right hand. Spin the left foot flat. Come back to warrior 2. And then we'll come into triangle pose. So you'll straighten both legs. And then the hips will go as far to the left as they can. So that hinging at the right thigh. Then the right hand drops down. And yep. And the left arm rises up or somewhere else, anywhere the left arm wants to be. Check in with your breathing. Notice where you're looking. Good. Let the left arm pull you up to stand. Now bring your hands to your hips. Hang on. So keep the right toes forward. And you're going to step the left foot up the mat a little ways. And bring it to the left slightly. Square your body towards the front of your mat. So turn your body towards me. Good. And then hinge forward over the right thigh for pyramid. You can bring your hands to the floor or a block or your shin or your fingertips. And then you can stay here, or you can come into twisting or revolved triangle, which is left hand down and right arm starts to rise and twist up towards the ceiling, and it takes the shoulder with it. So you're twisting through the mid back, trying to keep the hips level and square. I feel a big stretch in my outer right hip when I come into this pose.
Good, and then hands come back to the mat. We'll step it back, high plank or kneeling. Let's do 5 push-ups again. Let's try it. So bend the elbows, lower down. It can be a tiny lower or a big lower and press up. Or you can just hold your plank. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog or child's pose. Good, Jackie. You can be from tabletop or down dog. Stretch the left leg to the sky and step it forward, coming up to warrior 2. Right foot will be flat. Open up to warrior 2, and then triangle. Straighten the left leg. Press your hips right, so you're creasing from the top of the left thigh. Good, left hand comes down, right arm opens up, breathing. Nice, and then bend the left knee, come on up a little bit, hands to the hips, step the right foot up a little ways, square the hips to the front and fold forward over the left leg, pyramid. Your hand can come to the shin, hands to shins or block or floor. And pull the left hip crease back in space, breathe into the hamstring, left hamstring, back of the left leg. And then rise up to the right fingertips if you like for your revolved triangle. You twist left. So right arm down, left arm up. Yes, good, Dad. That's it right there. Now pull that left hip back, get longer. Nice, Mom. Breathe. Twisting through that mid back. Yes, yes, yes. And then hands to the mat, step it back. High plank. You want one more set? Last one. Push-ups or hold? Okay. Hold plank or 5 push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you'll press back to child's pose. Just really stretch out the sides of the body, arms, relax the shoulders. And then you'll come on up and we're going to make our way to our seat. So you'll find a seat in the middle of your mat and extend your legs out in front of you. Just rotate the wrists in some little circles.
It's the push-ups.
Yeah, rinsing the push-ups out of the hands. Then we're going to get into the hips and the hamstrings a little bit right here. So this one's called knee pile, really. So you'll take your right leg over the left to the best of your ability. And if you can, you try to get the knees aligned. You're so cute with your hiccups.
My dad does the same thing.
The little hiccups come out of her every once in a while.
My granddaughter, she imitates me. She walks right go.
So cute. Okay, and then you just lean forward. There's that left hamstring, yeah? Okay, good. Try to soften the shoulders, the jaw. And then you'll slowly press yourself up and bring your right foot flat. Keep it over the leg if you can. And with your left elbow, wrap around the right knee and press the right hip down and start to twist to the right. Twist the body to the right. Sitting up really tall, press the back of the left thigh down and the right sitting bone down. Draw the jawbone back towards the neck. It's fine to turn and look over the right shoulder. Let it be generated from down below, like walking up a spiral staircase from the ground floor. Lift and lengthen as you rise up. Good. And then you'll slowly unwind. And then right here, you're going to just let the right knee go to the right, hands behind you, and bend the left knee. So it's or stay right there. That's perfect. That's perfect.
I'm staying.
Right there is perfect. You can be right here. That's just fine. Or you're here, or you scoot closer to your left heel to get a bigger stretch in that right hip. Oh, yeah. You feel that? Is that okay on your hip, Mom? She okay there? I always like to move my ankle a little bit or kind of rock a little bit, getting to the different parts of the hip. Move if you want. You okay? Right there? We won't be here long, just a couple more breaths. Nice, Kathy. All right, and then you'll just straighten that left leg, bring the right alongside it. You can rotate or shake it out or roll the ankle, the wrist around a little bit again. Okay, now we have the other side. So it'll be left leg over the right. So knee pile. We go knee to knee. And then you can flex the right foot as you gently lean forward. If that's too much, let the foot relax. If flexing is causing too much intensity, let it relax as you just lean in. Should be feeling the back of that right leg here. And then you'll come up for your twist. So you'll bring your left foot flat, wrap your right arm around the left knee and twist left. Left hand can go behind the back, sitting up really tall. It's like that walking up that spiral staircase from the ground floor. And then slowly unwind for your seated pigeon. So let the left knee go out. That might be where you stay, or hands behind you. Plant the right foot, bend the right knee. You can walk in, and if you want, you can let the knee go out and lean forward.
It's out.
You're good then. Stay there then. You're perfect.
We're the fun yoga.
Yeah. If you can't laugh
I
during
know.
yoga, I mean,
Oh.
it shouldn't be so serious. Yoga studios where you can't laugh aren't any fun. That's what I loved about Elizabeth. She was always laughing. Fun, you know, so fun. Her energy. Just a few more breaths here. You can move your ankle around or do that little rock side to side. You can find the little pockets in the hip that want to be stretched. I know. Okay. All right. Let it go. Straighten the legs. Let them kind of rock in and out. And then you're going to take a little walk backwards. So a few little steps backwards on those hips. And then sit up tall and come forward, see where you can go. And if you want the feet wider apart, sometimes it's more accessible that way. You can hold the feet or hold the calves or the mat or nothing if you want. Try to really lengthen the back side of the neck. Good, and then you'll come on up, and then for the final pose today, it could be hips on a block on the ground or legs up a wall. Or if you want more like a chest opening, I'm gonna imagine this is a block or 2 blocks. They can go between the shoulder blades. If you have just one block, it'll go between the shoulders and hands can go behind the head. If you have 2 blocks, you can.
And would it be like this?
Behind the head, either way. Either way.
That would feel good after driving.
Yeah, and the ball's nice too, if you want a softer surface. Want to try a ball?
Yeah.
It's softer.
Ooh, nice roll.
Then you can put that,
Oh, yeah, that's better.
and then you can
I
put
can put
that
my
behind
head.
your head, yeah. Like that.
I can do it either way.
How's that feel?
Oh, this is better.
That's good, okay.
And the ball is a lot better.
You want this?
No, no.
No, you need something behind your head.
Oh, okay.
There. There, how about now? You want something under your head? No, that's good. Okay, good start. Okay.
Good opener.
Yes, it is. Big heart opener. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. Wherever here is. And then you'll gently make your way onto your back. So there's no easy way off the block or the ball, but see if you can roll off of it. Come back on your back and then see what you need. Like, do you need a twist? Do you need a hug to hug the knees in or a happy baby? What do you need right here before you can find rest? And then you'll start to make your way into Shavasana to final rest for this practice. You'll let your body wiggle around. Allow yourself to get comfortable, put on clothes if you need, just finding Shavasana. And I'll read today's passage from the book Journey to the Heart for January 26th. It's called See Life Through the Eyes of Your Soul. Once, many years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night, only I wasn't in bed sleeping. I was on the ceiling, looking down at my body lying on the bed. I studied myself, a little surprised at how unusual I looked from the outside. The next thing I knew, I was back in bed. My soul reconnected with my body. That experience was the beginning of a journey that led me to understand I was more than a body. I had a soul. I was about to embark on a path that would consciously connect me to that soul, experiences on the path to freeing my soul. Throughout my life, I've had many conscious desires and expectations about my life. I wanted this, I wanted that. I wanted my life to be arranged just so. What I've understood over time is that the journey I'm taking is not one based on arranging my life in a particular way, then keeping it just so. The journey I've been on and what I've been seeking has been the journey of my soul. Much in life can cause us distress and discomfort when we look with our conscious mind. But if we look beyond what we can see on the surface, we begin to see with the eyes of the soul. The lessons run deep. Often they take time to learn. We learn about power, we learn about love, courage, faith, saying goodbye, embracing deep love for ourselves. Learn to see life with the eyes of your soul. Experience all the emotions that are there. Discover your truths. Seek conscious peace as much as you can, and seek peace in your soul as well. Let your soul lead you through meadows and take you down deep into the valleys, for all your experiences are just that, experiences on this mysterious journey of the soul. Where you are, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Feel your way back into your body. You're up on the ceiling, come back into your body. And then you'll bend your knees and carefully roll to a comfortable side. Press yourself up to seated as you feel ready. Take your time. Touch the palms of your hands together and bring your thumbs to your heart space. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Have a beautiful day and happy anniversary. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kathy at home. Stuck with it. All those push-ups. You did so good.
Made it.
Odie, when he was here, he was pulling balls out of the bin
Oh, I'm there.
during my class.
The little one, the little
No,
one?
no, my big
That's
guy,
blue,
the big
right?
guy.
Isn't the
The
little
big
one
one.
blue?
The little
What's
one
his
is
name?
Bailey.
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 Oh, she's good.
Yeah.
She is cute. I love dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are
Nice
babies.
Odie likes balls.